During our 2022 travels on the Mother Road tour, we learned many lessons. One of the most profound was the need for all of us to sit down, take a deep breath, and realize how our actions impact others. In short, we all need to be more kind to each other. Don't get me wrong, we experienced some amazing acts of kindness. The best example can be found in our friends Robin and Jack as they opened their home, offering love and support when my bike was broken down. As I have said before, the experience of dealing with bike repairs would have been much more difficult had it not been for Robin and Jack. I cannot thank them enough. Another act of kindness was given by a stranger who decided to purchase morning coffee for both Kathy and I. This was completely unexpected and a gesture of caring for his fellow travelers. Later in the trip, I had the opportunity to return the favor when a younger gentleman allowed me to cut ahead of him in the truck stop checkout line. I thanked him and told him to put his drink on the counter for me to pay. I think this gesture took him by surprise, just as the coffee buyer had done to us several days prior. Another opportunity to be kind occurred while we were camping in Arizona. A young mother and her two boys pulled into the campsite next to ours and started to set up as we watched the woman struggled with her tent. At first, not wanting to be mansplainers, we sat silently and watched until the third attempt failed. At that point, I went over and offered my assistance, which was gladly accepted. Now, these examples were not the only acts of kindness. We were able to meet fellow bikers like Rick, Russ, and Richard, who not only showed us around town, but also purchased some great meals. Rick even let us store our camping gear at his home while we were traveling with our wives. I thank each of you for your kindness. And of course, there is my amazing family, Kelly, Logan, Roy, and Carol. They opened their homes, fed us, and loved us. Thank you. I love you very much. And to Robbie and Susan and Millie, again, thank you for that gift before I left on this trip. Unfortunately, along with these amazing acts of kindness, we also witnessed instances of indifference and disrespect. Like buying a stranger a cup of coffee, these things were small acts, such as leaving a car at the gas station pumps while the driver ran inside to pick up a bag of chips, walk their dog, fill their ice chest, or even change their baby's diapers. Yes, we saw all of these things happen right in front of our eyes as we sat in the hot July sun, patiently waiting our turn at the pumps. And if you think this kind of uncaring behavior is limited to those riding in air-conditioned SUVs, you would be mistaken. Still another example happened as I was quietly eating lunch in a truck stop concession area. As I was finishing, a man leaned over the wall behind my booth and started having a very loud phone conversation just over my shoulder. I am sure this guy did not even realize what he was doing. He was focused only on his needs and did not give a second thought about how his actions were impacting those around him, which is the point of this conversation. I have traveled across this continent many times, both in a car and now on motorcycles, and never have I seen us so divided and so insensitive to those around us. No matter if we were crossing a red state or a blue state, the so-called news channel of choice would be playing in the hotel breakfast lounge, spewing over-the-top rhetoric masquerading as journalism. The most disheartening thing is that this disdain for those that might live or believe differently was echoed at the morning breakfast tables all across this great country. Whether it be at a roadside truck stop, in a hotel breakfast area, or on your favorite social media platform, it seems far too many of us act without thinking and without caring. Our modern media-driven world, social or otherwise, reinforces our personal needs and beliefs above those of everyone else and has taken away our ability for self-reflection. I am far from perfect, but I do attempt, often unsuccessfully, to live as my mother taught me by following the golden rule. That is why when I am done at the gas station pump, I take the time to move out of the way before heading in for a break. I realize that my life experiences do not equate to those of my neighbor. I have no idea what their personal struggles have been, and while I might offer advice and support, I would never suggest that my lifestyle is the only way, nor would I seek to impose my beliefs on others. So if you are watching this video or reading this blog, I simply ask that you sit down and think about how your actions impact others. Sure, sitting at the gas station pumps while you go inside for lunch might be convenient, until next time when you are the one sitting in the hot sun. Imposing your personal beliefs on others only works while you are in power. As soon as the political or societal winds change, you may find that you are the persecuted. Continue to ride safely, my friends.